Good day again, children. Hi. Today, candidates, we want to focus on total revision on some key areas that have always given challenges to children. So, this time round, I have concentrated on algebra. And you know, algebra is a wider topic. We have formation of expressions. We have substitution. In another term, I normally call it replacement, because this is a game where numbers and letters are involved. So when you do substitution, it means you are doing replacement. Where there is a letter, you remove the letter and you put the number. That is substitution. We also have algebra that talks about opening of brackets. But here, I'll have a few examples here that I'll show you when it comes to opening of brackets, and there will be changes that occur when we are opening the brackets, because we have a particular formula that we follow when we are opening the brackets. Now, I also have to focus today on a particular area that we normally refer to as equations. Here, where we are finding one unknown, there is an unknown number that is normally involved here. So they give you the equation and they'll tell you solve the equation. For example, I'll move with this question. 1, I'll say 2 in brackets x minus 6 over 5 is equals to 2/3. Then they are telling us find the value of x. They are telling us find the value of x. It means this person has arguably calculated and known the value of x. So he wants us, children, to find that value of x. First things first, children. When you find such an equation in the exam, the first thing, note from today, that you have to know your numerators and denominators, and you have to know your answer. So, what we do is, first let us start with the numerator, where we'll have to open the bracket. Let us open the bracket together. When we open the bracket here, we'll say 2 by x, then 2 by minus 6, because the number outside will always multiply by each number inside the bracket. So we'll get 2x minus 12 over 5 is the same as 2/3. We refer to this as 2/3, not 2 over 3. Initially, in class 4, class 3, or grade 4, grade 3, you were told 2 over 3. But now, here, you've known how to name it. It's 2/3. So, at this level, since this division sign covers 2x minus 12, we are going to develop a big, or create a bigger bracket for this number. And here also, we'll create another bracket for this number. What does it mean for us? Now we'll come and check the denominator. The denominator here is 5 and 3. What are we going to do? We are going to find the LCM. We have created, this one was not there. Remember, this one was not there, children. We have just created on our own because we know what to do. So I'll find the LCM of these two numbers. And once you see an even number or odd numbers, maybe an even and an odd number, when you are finding LCM, you just simply multiply. Here, odd numbers, finding the LCM, it becomes even easier. You just simply multiply. Multiply this at class 8 level. Just multiply. It is easier to multiply. So 5 by 3, when you multiply, what do you get? 15. We have 15. So we multiply this side by 15 and this side by 15. Then we can simplify. Here 5, 1. Here 5, 3. So we have 6x minus 3 minus 12 will remain a minus. It is minus 36, which is equals to 3 here 1, 3 here 5. So 2 by 5 is equals to 10. We have now created, after multiplying, we have created a new equation where we have 6x subtract 36. Our answer will be 10. It means there's a particular number when multiplied by 6 and we subtract 36. Our answer will remain 10. Here it is simple. We circle this number, which is unlike on this side. And this one is the unknown, 6 by the unknown. We will drive this one on the other side of the equal sign. Anytime the number sign with a sign crosses the equal sign, on either side, the sign changes, either positive, negative, division or multiplication. So this one will become plus 36. What we get here is 6x is equals to 10 plus 36, we get 46. So at this level, we are finding what 6 is, what x is, by dividing both sides by 6. So it's very important you note that. So here 6 and 6 gone, we have 1. So we remain the 1 is 1 by x is x. But here 6 divide into 46. We get 7 because of 42. There is a remainder, 42. 46 minus 42 is very easy. When you subtract, you get 4 over 6. At our level, we can't leave the fraction like this. We must do what? Do what is called simplifying. We must simplify that equation. So 2 here, 2, 2 here, 3. So our new answer is 7 2/3. So the number that we are missing here, the x that we are missing here is 7 2/3. That one you will have gotten it very, very well. But remember what I say, always create the bracket before you multiply. Before you do what? Multiply. So it's very important to also, there is application, there is use of common sense, there is knowledge, there is you comprehend and analyze the equation, but it's very important once you know. The only concept you have to know here, children, is that we have a number that is missing. If we replace that number here, multiply it by 2, subtract 6, then divide by 5, our answer will be 2/3. So it's very important to know that. So another number that we can look at very fast is 3n over 10 plus 2n over 5. 2n over 5 is equals to 21. This, remember, here there was a difference whereby the division sign was covering the whole numerator. But here, the division sign is equally on each number. But they are, in between them, there is an addition sign that is separating the two numbers. So remember what I said, children. First, create a bracket for each number. But this one that does not have a denominator, put a division sign and create one down so that it equally has a denominator. So at this level, it will be easy. Second step, I've said after you've done that, children, you do what? Try to find the LCM of 10, 5, and 1. And I said, an even number and an odd number, it is easier to find their LCM. If they are even, then you can create that table you learned way back in grade 4, the LCM table you want to find. You want to find the factors, the divisors of these numbers. But at this level, we are not doing that because we have already known. So it will be 10 by 5 by 1, we get 50. What did I say? Multiply each side that has a bracket by 50, and even outside the bracket. That's what you do. Once you've created a bracket, it becomes easy to move now. So here, I will simplify. 10 here, here 5. When you multiply, you get 15n. Positive, that is addition. 5 here, 1. 5 into 50, 10. 10 by 2n, it is 20n. You have to be very keen. Listen. You come here, you also multiply 21 by 50, because you are simply having 1 dividing into 50, so it will be 50 by 21. And sometimes it's very important for you to check even your calculation, because don't just assume that you know, yet maybe you are not conversant with the mental arithmetic. So here is 0, here is 5, here is 0, here is 10. So we have 1050. So you have 15n plus 20n is equals to 1050. What are you going to do here? You are going to add this because they are like terms. 15 by 20 plus 20, you get 35n, which is equals to 1050. Now you ask yourself, how many times does 35 divide into 1050 or 1050? You simply divide by 35 this side, and you also divide by 35 this side. So you can ask yourself where you are, because I told you prepare, sit with a pen every time to prepare and juggle your brains in what we call mental arithmetics. So when you divide 35 by 1 of 5, assume this 0, you put it one side because you want to make your calculation easy. 35 into 1 of 5, what do you get? How many times? Because 35 here 1, 35 here 1. Now you come here, 35 into 35, 1. But 35 here, you now try to think, 35 by 2, 70. When you add another 35, you get 1 or 5. So it goes here how many times? 3 times. So you bring back the 0. So you'll say n is equals to 30. N is equals to 30. It means if you replace 30 here by 3, divide by 10, we can check 30 divided by multiply by 3, we get 90. 90 divided by 10, you simply get 9. We come here, we put 30 here again. 30 by 2 is 60. 60, 5 into 60, we get 12. We are now proving our answer that 9 plus 12 is actually 21. And I told you, this is the only lesson or where you can get the answer and actually go back to recall where you started from. So I hope you understood the questions very well, and it's very important that any other time try to follow these simple steps and you'll see yourself going through. Now another area I want us to look at is fractions. We have fractions where questions normally ask, find the greatest fraction, find the smallest fraction, find the ascending order. Normally say ascend. What does it mean? I normally refer to ascend. Ascend means to go up. You are gliding up. It means you are starting from a lesser level going higher. So your graph has to go like this. You are ascending. Then descending, you go like this. Because now you're going down. So here it's from small or smallest to largest. And here it is from largest to smallest. So it's very important you note that it's from smallest to largest, and here largest to, you are now dropping. That's what we call ascending. But I have many ways of getting this without maybe using what we call LCM. I want to teach you of particular methods where you can easily navigate through fractions without actually thinking of LCM every other time. For example, we have 2/3, 5/6, 3/4, and 7/12. They have told us, arrange these fractions from the smallest from the smallest to the largest, or vice versa. What are we going to do? Initially, you were taught about getting the LCM of the numbers here, which is a very, very proper method. But as we grow, we need to develop and actually know best ways whereby we might not be getting, because they can give you, for example, where we have a denominator like 3, we have 19, we have 17, we have even 20. And you find that the LCM might be really large, that sometimes it will consume a lot of your time when you are calculating. What do you simply do? I am going, either bright child will add 0 here, 0 here, 0 here, 0 here. So it will be easily, you dividing 3 into 20, you get a number. 6 into this, you get a number. 4 into 30, you get a number. 12 into 70. Then you will be including the decimals and you will see which one is larger. That is one of the methods. Another method that I use is, once I have eliminated the zeros, I will simply go and look at the difference between the numbers, the denominator and the numerator, the denominator and the numerator, to help me create a lesser LCM. Now, the difference between 2 and 3 is 1, 5 and 6 is 1, 3 and 4 is 1, and 7 and 12 is 5. So you've noted this. So when you want to find the LCM, now I'll use this 1, 1, 1, and 5 to find the LCM. So what is the LCM of 1, 1, 1, and 5? Equally, I'll find it is 5. So I will be working it this way. How many times does this 1 go into 5? It is 5 times. 5 by 2, 1 into 5, 5 times. Then you multiply by 2. I get 10. Here, 1 into 5, 5 times. By the numerator. Now the denominator, it means once I found the denominator, I did what is called distraction of the denominator. Now I remain with the numerator alone. This one becomes my new denominators. These ones that are found. 1 into 5, 5 times. By 5, I get 25. I want you to follow this carefully. 1 into 5, 5 times. By 3 is 15. And 5 into 5, 1 time. By 7 is 7. This is what I call Shikuku formula. You know, in math, you have to be creative. We have been taught many formulas, but as mathematical children, you have to go and reinvent. So I reinvented this formula to make sure that children do not go through problematic ways to get larger LCMs that can actually take much of their time in the exam. So ensure you stick, or you can follow this, or choose whichever formula that you are taught. So at this place, it will be easy to know which number is small. 10 belongs to 2/3. 25, 5/6. 15, 3/4. And 7, 7/12. So if they tell me which is the smallest, which numbers have been arranged from the smallest to the largest, I will equally come here and will be able to arrange them. Vis-a-vis this other side, if they say in the descending manner, I'll just look here. This one is the smallest number now, which is 7/12. Followed by 2/3. Then followed by 3/4. And the largest is 5/6. So it's very important that you note these formulas very well. So it's very important you note this and you actually try to practice. When you practice, you will actually be getting this. You can try this with any number, as long as, and when I say these, children, get your books, primary math, solving problem, and you try using this formula that I have invented. You'll find that it will be easy and you'll always like it. And I have many more formulas to give you that will ease your calculation anytime you are working out questions in school. Now, I'll also look at questions to do with questions of the remainder. How do we navigate questions of the remainder? You find that questions come, they have given you questions and they are asking you, find a fraction of the remainder. For example, Onyancha spent a ninth. Onyancha spent a ninth of his salary. It means a ninth as a fraction is just part of a whole. It means he had a whole salary to use, but he only used part of it, which is a ninth. On food, so we'll say we will do what is called tabulation. To tabulate is to put these fractions or every portion used in a particular column. That is to tabulate. So I will draw here. I'll write here food. Let food take a ninth. Then they are saying 3/4 of the remainder. When he spent a ninth, there must have been something that remained because it is coming from a whole part or a whole number. So you will say, equate this number into fraction, the whole number which is 1. It will be 9/9. 9/9 minus a 9, you get 8/9. So this is what remained or what was left. This is what they call the remainder. But he did not use all of it. They said he now took 3/4 of the remainder for fees. Means this child actually likes learning. So I will simplify this. 2 here, 4 here, 1, 4 here, 2. So I will multiply. Or I can go further and simplify. 3 here, 1, 3 here, 3. So 2 by 1 is 2, 3 by 1 is 3. So what I'm getting is 2/3. 2/3. So on food is a 9, fees is a third. Because he has only taken part of children. So I will add these two items. Look at the arrows I'm drawing. A 9 plus 2/3. LCM, I'll take the larger number, 9. 9 into 9, 9 by 1 is 1. 3 into 9, 3. By 2 is 6. What am I getting? 7/9. This is what has been utilized or consumed. So what is left to make it a whole number? 2/9. We just subtract from the whole number. 9/9. So this is what is left. Now we continue with the question. And the rest on leisure. The rest on leisure. So we can take this as leisure. Leisure means you use the money on your own activities, relaxing, taking juice, what have you, like children. I know the much you can take is juice, which is very important for your health. If his salary was 5,400, how much money did he spend on leisure? So we'll come and equate here and say, if 1 is equals to 5,400, what about 2/9? Or if 9/9, which is the whole salary. So we'll cross multiply. It is 2/9 times 5,400 by the reciprocal. But because it's just 9, you can write 1 or just leave it that way. So it is 9/9. Simplify. Here and here, it's gone. 1 and 1. 9 into 54. Who can tell me how many times? This is 6 times. So 9 can go into 54 6 times. So we multiply. 2 by 6, we get 12. How many zeros are you carrying here? 2. So this person only spent 1,200 on leisure. On leisure. It means he did not spend much. So when it comes to fractions of the remainder, children, ensure you are able to tabulate. To tabulate. You form tables or columns where you place every part. And any other time you use one part, always think of what is left from the whole thing. You have a loaf of bread, you eat 2 slices, maybe they were 18. It means you have just taken part of the 18. So you'll say 2 out of the 18. What is left? It will be 16 out of 18. So once you move in that manner, it will be easy for you to understand part of the remainder. Remainder means what is left. So just remember that KCPE is not going to be any other thing. It's just a good exam set from this syllabus we are learning, these areas we are covering, and it will be in fact easier. It only looks at challenging areas can come 1, 2, or 3, where we are trying to cover those challenging areas. But for you, the best thing you can do is keep on subscribing, looking at what we have taught, and this is done very well. And any other time you can even post the questions that you like us to revise. But I'll have a number of areas that I'll cover so that when it comes to the time for exam, children, you will be able to see these things easily done. You'll be able to read the question, analyze, underline the keywords, and understand the concept that you were taught initially. Otherwise, for today, we are ending there. But remember, we'll be there again every other day to revise these areas till you achieve your best. Bye, and see you another time.